Hello guys, it's finally here. Yes, it's FIFA 20 time, and you've probably heard or seen all the crap that is going on with the launch of this game and the amount of bugs and stuff in it. I've had my fair few bugs. This is the fourth attempt at trying to get things going through without it either firing me. Yes, I've been fired twice. One of them, I signed Timo Werner, and I'm just going to get into the preseason now. I signed him before this. I'll get to everything in a moment. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't play him in 2 of the preseason games, and he asked for a transfer. Even though I'd signed him as a squad rotation player, he was quite happy to accept squad rotation as on his contract, and I declined, selling him or transferring him or what. I can't remember what it is that I said or whatever. And then the board fired me. They said, we've terminated your contract. And I was like, what? So that was one. The other one, I renegotiated Ryan Brewster's contract, and I wanted him to obviously have a decent wage, wanted to keep him at the club and stuff like that. And apparently I offered him too much on his wage, and they fired me for that as well. Yeah, so there's 2 things straight away. I've changed. I edited one of the players. I put some, because I went through and looked at all the new football boots and stuff like that. Some really nice ones in there. Decided to put Curtis Jones on a different set of boots and stuff. And he went down by 5 overall. Just because I changed his boots, because I literally just went in, changed his boots, came back out, went back to see what they looked like in the squad hub, and noticed that he was on a -5 on his overall. I was like, wow, okay. Since then, and since I've had, there's people that got other bugs. They're just the ones that I've had, you know what I mean? And there's people that've got a lot worse and stuff like that, and everything that's out there. But anyway, that's beside the point. We're trying to get this going. It's not as good as PES, I'm sorry. It's not in the gameplay aspect, okay? Just bear with me. I'm not here to just be negative on this game. It has got some really good things going for it. Just need to sort those things out. Luckily for me, the cheat engine guys, the people that do it, ARANAKTU, FIFER and stuff that sort everything out with regard to the mods, have managed to get something up already. Now, I've got it in place in case things start going weird, and not put it in place so that I can just cheat the game, because there's no benefit to that whatsoever. I've got it in place in case things start dropping. So say for example Curtis just suddenly dropped by 5 overall for no apparent reason. If there's a reason, fine, I'll accept it, but I can't see why. But we'll get to that. So I will then adjust it back to not over and above, but back to where it should be and stuff like that. Now, like I say, I've played the preseason tournament and I am rabbiting. I'm sorry, it's first episode of the new Liverpool career mode. As for Cheltenham, I'm not going to start Cheltenham until I know that EA have sorted out a lot of this bug issue, because I don't want to be doing Cheltenham, getting everything in place with Cheltenham, sorting all the players out, all you guys that want to be in the game and stuff like that out, get all that done, and then get fired within a few weeks or something like that, because then it'd be just wow, I take getting fired, that's fine. Never been fired in a FIFA game ever. If this is what they're trying to implement, then fine, but not every team's Watford, let's put it that way. But yeah, I'm really, like I said in my, if you've not seen the video, I'll link at the end of this one, but it's basically my first thoughts on the game. Since then, obviously I've played more of it. I'm in a privileged position that I don't get the 10-hour restrictions. My game's fully operational. It's fully, it's unlimited. It's go time, you know what I mean, with it. So let's get into this, and then I'll talk about some good things and stuff as we progress and stuff like that, because you don't want to be just sat here watching me in this same screen. So I apologise for that. Anyway, right. As you can see, we've got Real Madrid, Dortmund, Trento, and Columbus Crew in Group B. Now we were in Group A. Now, as you'll see right now, yeah, pretty tough one. Like, you know, Juventus, yeah, Piemonte Calcio in there with Bayern and Barcelona. So not actually an easy group, but we managed to get through. Now, I did actually sim the Bayern and the Barcelona. I played the Piemonte Calcio just to see what the kit looked like, really, and I know what the kit looks like, but you know what I mean, to see what it's like in game and stuff like that. So I played that. Sim the other two, and now this is a little bit of a bug as well. When you're simming games, again, EA hasn't addressed this. It was in FIFA 19, but the teams are putting out the crap sides and stuff like that when you sim them. Now, I won't be simming the games like from this point forward. I just simmed them on the pre-season, because when you've watched any of my videos before, I have it set up so that I can go in and make sure that the opposition team has the full best squad going out against us until FIFA brings out his realism mod, and that does it for me. But I will make sure that I go in, make sure that they've got the strongest side against us, and that's what will happen when we get into the Premier League, so don't worry about that. So then we got through, and we came up against Dortmund and we beat them 4-1, which I also simmed, so it's not like I'm like, oh my god, you're so good at this game. I'm not, like, but and then I did play the final, which we did win 3-1, like, you know what I mean. So I take my hat off for that one. Ding ding. I actually did do that, so we've got a win. There we go. So that's good, to start things off and running. We got a trophy, as you can see with I've got, you can just about see him, he's above me. Larucci and Brian Brewster is the only two players I've literally been training, and they have been rapidly improving. So Larucci's already gone up by 5 and Brian's already gone up by 4, but I have been playing them in the pre-season games as well, so maybe that's got something to do with it. So just to prove you, this is the training that I've had them on. I've not really gone through much of the training to see which ones are different and stuff, but it still looks like you have to do that like bronze thing to get the stamina up. The one that, you know, the keep up the pace one, which is just here, seems to be the only one that I've noticed that's got stamina, but I've not really been looking hard. So if someone else knows that there's something in there that's better, then yeah, let me know or whatever. But anyway, so we got a community shield and stuff like that. I'll go through, you can see like some transfers and stuff going on. The fact that Troy Deeney's left Watford, which would be just kind of unrealistic, really, wouldn't it? Like, you know what I mean? What else is going on here? Oh, that's just Nabi Keita emerging as a pre-season surprise, apparently. I don't see why he is. We knew what's about him, and then that's just talking about a game that happened ages ago against Dortmund and Columbus Crew. So that's that. What else? You can see little green morale things are popped up on certain players because of game time and things like that. What else? What did I want to show you guys? Oh, transfers. These are the 3 players that I would have liked Jurgen Klopp to have signed in the summer. Timo Werner, I think because he can play across the front 3, even though it says he can only play as a striker, he can in real life play right across the front 3. I think would be an ideal signing for Liverpool. He's pacey and stuff like that as well. I just think he would fit in really well. So I've got him on. I've not gone in for him yet. I did like on previous things, but I thought I'd say it for you guys to see. And also from the same club is Klosterman, because we haven't got any backup for Andy Robertson, which was proven in the Lazio game. Everyone giving Andy Robertson a hard time. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Really, you should be ashamed of yourselves on Twitter. Any person that's turned around and said anything bad about that player is an absolute legend at Liverpool already. He is one of the best left backs in the world, and at some point was probably the best left back. He literally didn't do any training whatsoever. He wasn't fit enough. If anyone you need to blame, it's Klopp. He should never have played him because he didn't buy anyone to replace Moreno. Now, I'm not saying that Moreno was any good, but he didn't buy anyone to as a backup. And I think Klosterman would be that guy. And also can play on the right as well, so he's also backup for Trent. Because I don't think Klein is any good anymore, like, you know what I mean? I just think Klosterman would be ideal. He's pacey and stuff, as you can see, 90 and 86 on his pace and stuff like that. got some decent stats and stuff like that, and I think, you know, at 23, room for improvement. So, and then because we've got an age in midfield, which was again proved against Lazio with Milner and being 33, and you know, Henderson's 29. This guy here, 24 years of age, yeah, get him in. Like, you know what I mean? I just think he can just play in that midfield superbly, and it would just boost it massively. I think having him, Keita, he can exchange Keita with like Oxlade-Chamberlain if you wanted to, or Genie, and then have Fabinho sat in behind. I think it just works, and I just think these three players right here are the three players that I think would make us even more of a challenge towards Man City. I think if we'd have signed these three players in the summer, Pep Guardiola is crapping himself, you know what I mean, literally. And I think if we'd have had these three players when we were, you know, going against Lazio and stuff like that, we'd have won that game easy. Like, and I just think, you know what I mean, that's what he should have done. It's what I'm going to do, because I'm in charge of this club now, and yeah, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of that. The good thing with Klosterman also is he's got a release clause of 26.6 million. Just to show you regarding transfers, budget-wise, we're on 101 million. We've just won the pre-season tournament, gave us just short of nearly 12 million. It actually added it. That's a new thing. See, positives come in. That's a new thing. Normally it doesn't add it until next season, so they've added it now, which is good. Like, you know what I mean? The other, and the biggest, huge, massive, big positive like thing that EA have done this year is before you start and you get into the settings, you can turn off the international manager bloody emails like they always come. Thank you so much. That was the only, everyone else is going on about everything else that they've added, like, which is not a lot really, but that to me is the biggest plus there is. Like, you know what I mean, being able to turn that off, because it's totally not unrealistic. If you want to be an international manager, what they should do is, if you're successful as a manager for, like, say 5+ seasons, then you should start getting international offers, maybe, and do it that way as a possibility. But they're trying to implement something here with regards to this squad morale thing, which is what PES has had with its team spirit for a long time. So if you can combine that and what PES does, and don't concentrate on the overalls, which is what FIFA does, and concentrate on the player stats, which is what PES does, bring in the gameplay from PES, bring in the overall look of, you know, how FIFA is, and that's what FIFA does really well. That's what EA do really well with this, is the presentation side of things. Do that. Licenses are available, no one's bidding on licenses, and you have a great football simulation game right there, you know. And then you just add to that, you know, with extra little tweaks now and again, you know, and that's all you have to do. Like, instead of like this 80% games, you know what I mean? That's what they're at. Like, you know what I mean? They're not really there. I'm not here to like, but get the tissues out and the lotion for PES. I'm not. I'm just saying that the gameplay on PES, it just feels like, when, you know, so much better. It really does. It just feels like that the ball, you're kicking it feels when you're passing it, they go into the right players. The movement of the AI is so much better than what it is on Jesus, the amount of times like I'm screaming to, like, you know, players, like, they don't move into any space. They don't do, they just stick to like the AI, you know, opposition. It's like, they should be Konami do it well. Their players move into space. If you're going down the wing and you're about to cross the ball in, the striker will draw away from the defender. Whereas on here, they just stand next to him. They don't pull away from it to create the space, like, you know what I mean? But anyway, we could go on. That could be a complete and utterly like new video, couldn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Let's like fast forward. In fact, let's do these transfers, shall we? Let's get these done. Right. Well, got 2 across the line. Milinkovic-Savic, they wanted a hell of a lot. They wanted 85 million and Adam Lallana, because I put Adam Lallana in with the deal, and that was just going to take us past. So I will go back in for him at a later date. He's not a key. I don't think he's that key right at this particular moment. I will try and sell, you know, a few players to make up a little bit of the shortfall with regards to that. Klosterman, I've managed to get across with I think it was 15.5 mil is his value. I put in that, and I've also thrown in what's he called, Klein, as well, into the mix, whatever. So it's kind of took us, it's just a little bit less than we've got him for like around about sort of 23.5 million, so it's a little bit less than his release clause. So yeah, and that's worked out. And we've also got Klein out the window, which is you know, he's not going to get any game time anyway. And Timo, what did I get Timo for? 35.5 mil, which I think is an absolute bargain. Attend the conference. Here you go, guys. You'll get to see first pre-season press conference. You'll see me walk out. There he is. Look at that. Look at that.
Thank you for your patience. We'll start taking questions now.
Mumongu. There he is. Looks a little bit weird, but I don't know. I think I've tried to get him. You think? You know? I mean, obviously you can't see underneath the cap layer. I can take it off if you really want to. Some of you have seen it before. Will Werner get his first minutes on the pitch? It can take a while to settle in. He could wind up losing confidence. He'll prove he's the right man. What? That's not even like an answer that you'd give to that question. Doesn't even make any sense. It can take a while to settle in. He'll prove he's the right man. What is that? Some cryptic, like weird, like sort of like way of like answering the question. Why couldn't it have been, will Werner get his minutes on the pitch? Yeah, he will. That's what I wanted to put. He could wind up losing confidence. No, he'll prove he's the right man. I can't even work out what these symbols mean. The little sort of shouty things. I still haven't figured out what they mean. It can take a while to settle in. That's basically not giving him the time, isn't it? I think he'll prove he's the right man. Well, it made him happy. I already knew that because I've already done that one before. Sorry, guys. And I'm trying to keep it really, you know, because you haven't seen it. What are your expectations from the FA Cup Shield against the clash against Manchester City? What are your expectations from the clash? What are expectations? Well, my expectations are not a lot, really. I don't know. Expectations from a community, it's like none. There's no expectations. You just go out, play them. If we win, we win. There's no expectations in this one. We'll do all we can to win. We are very confident. We'll focus on performance. We'll do all we can to win. That's what we'll do. It's a final, and these two teams, it's not a final. Why did they just talk about this? It's not. It's a pre-season game. It's not a final as such. Your team is putting a good display. The pre-season to offer. After a good display in pre-season, how are things going to play out? We aren't tired of winning. That is very true. We'll play as we always do. Who handles their emotions wins. Well, I've not had this question before because I haven't won the pre-season tournament before. After a good display in pre-season, how are things going to play out? It's just weird. Who handles their emotions wins. No. We'll play as we always do. Yeah, we'll play as we always do. And it helped Werner and it helped the team, that is. So, looks like we've done well with those answers. I think I'm looking.
Okay, guys, we are out of time. Thank you very much for attending. Apologies if you were unable to get a question in. Stupid
cow, like, I'm trying to talk, like, yeah. But yeah, there we are. The deal to sell James Milner for 8.8 million has been finalised. So, yeah, let's go and take them on. Here we go. Okay, so these are the two lineups going into this one. Just before we go into this, I have slowed the gameplay down because I'm so used to playing PES right now. I've slowed it down, and I've found that it just feels better for me, like, you know what I mean? So if you're wondering and thinking this looks really slow, it's not. It's me. I've slowed this down. I know a lot of people are saying that FIFA this year is a lot slower. Yes, but I've slowed it down even more. I've made on the like sliders, both are down to 40. Do you know what I mean? That's where I've put them. Like, you know, that's what I've done. Like, so just so you're aware of it, sort of thing. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's you know how I've decided to go with, just because with flipping between this and flipping to pairs, I'm trying to keep it the same sort of like way. So even like I'll be playing this very similar to the way that the style I've been playing pairs. It's not going to be massively fast paced and all that sort of thing, and it seems to be working, making me feel a little bit better playing this game, like, you know what I mean? So there we go. Enough of that, let's get into it. We're off to Wembley. Okay, now on pairs, if you're watching any of the pairs, whatever, I've been disappearing from this bit of commentary, and I've not heard any negative feedback regarding it. I'm doing like things in a different way. Now, I'll keep me in for this particular episode and see which you prefer. Do you prefer me being here in shot when it's doing it, or do you prefer me to suddenly become like a commentator, if that makes sense? Let me know, guys. Your feedback really means a lot, like, you know what I mean? And then we'll take it from there. Okay then, right, Manchester City then, to get things off and running. And Bobby Firmino there nearly wins the ball back, but not able to. Zinchenko down the line here to Raheem Sterling, obviously once ex-Liverpool, and he is rapid, but so Salah, and he's trying to get there as well. Salah's done well to hold him up there. Zinchenko now knocks this back to Rodri, new signing for Manchester City, and he's cut inside here. There's a good chance, and KDB just pulls his shot wide, and this is going to be a tough test. We've had some tough games in pre-season, so this is going to be just as tough. And Pep there, we look kind of similar, don't we? He's got a bit of more of a beard sort of goatee type thing going on than I have, though. The wonderful Wembley shadows still there. Here's Naby Keita up here to Bobby Firmino now, trying to work this forward. Wijnaldum just lays this here to Andy Robertson. Mane now. Oh, it looks at the run here, and I don't know if he's timed it right from Wijnaldum. It's a great opportunity, and Bobby Firmino has set the Liverpool fans alight here. It was a lovely little run there from Gini, and well picked out from Sadio Mane, and that is the perfect start here. There was a fan there that looked like he was stuck in the like concrete. I don't know what the hell that was about. I'll point that out, but yeah, just didn't pick up the run of Gini there, did they? And wasn't the best of hits there from Bobby, to be honest. He kind of sliced at it, but Ederson, yeah, nowhere near it. Pep's not best pleased with that one. All right, Bobby plays that through, trying to get Mane in, but Cancelo read it. And this is played back, but that's not brilliant. And Gini Wijnaldum, and didn't really catch all of it. Saw Ederson off his line and maybe went for this one. And it is all Liverpool so far. Keita now. Here's Wijnaldum. Lays this back. Fabinho over the top here. That's a good run forward here. It is Naby Keita. He's going to need a bit of backup here. He's got Sadio Mane coming in. That's two. Oh, wow. Just good movement from the front men here. Keita and Wijnaldum are having just bossing the midfield right now. They really are. Like, you know, the runs they're making, they're peeling off, and yeah, Pep's can't believe what he's seeing right now. Trying to motivate his players, but yeah, I think it's the boost, you know, from winning that pre-season tournament. Some of the things that were said by the new manager and everything in the press conference, maybe that has got the players playing at this like sort of tempo and stuff. I don't know, but they are certainly playing some good football right now. KDB though, good ball out here to Bernardo Silva. Coming across is Andy Robertson, trying to hold things up. Mane pushing it back here, like, and now David Silva. Bruyne, lovely ball. Bernardo Silva, quite quick. Andy Robertson trying to keep with him. Is he going to get the ball? He's dragged it back. It's good play from the left back to hold it up. Bernardo Silva, though, has got the ball in this time. Alisson gets something on that, and it's going to come here to Salah. He's quite happy to play it back to his keeper. Van Dijk now. Here is Wijnaldum. Fabinho goes around the corner. Oh, this is lovely play. And Wijnaldum, he wants Bobby to maybe make the run. Didn't make the run, so he'll play it out here to Mane. It's actually Genie that's made the run this time. Plays across and laid off here by Firmino. Inside, it's Mo Salah. Can he get it across? He can't. Zinchenko's there. Stab forward. It's Bobby round the corner. Plays it across. Oh, it's a great hand on it because I think it was Mane was just about to tap that one in. Great play from the Reds so far. Andy Robertson now. Virgil van Dijk. Naby Keita pushing forward. Sees Bobby. There's a chance. He's overhit it a little bit and Ederson's down quickly. So the new Liverpool manager, Dave Mumongu, has decided that he's going to keep things as they are. Play down the line here. Here is Mo Salah. What's he going to do from here? Looks to maybe, it's not the best, but he thought he could get that into Bobby, but it was a poor pass really from Mo. Raheem Sterling now, and Trent's going to keep with him, make sure he doesn't make one of his runs in behind. It's good play from Trent, but that's a great ball forward, and it's Kun Aguero has come on. Oh, and this is a great ball, and that's a great finish. Well, Aguero has come. Has he come on? No, Aguero has not come on. He just didn't play. He just didn't get a touch in the first half. That's what it is. Well, they've come out and all guns blazing here, but Aguero, it took a little bit of a weird bounce, didn't it, in the box? Like, you know, I've noticed that with FIFA this year, that the ball bounces like weird on the pitch and stuff like that, which is kind of realistic, I suppose. But good finish there from Bernardo Silva, and Manchester City right back in this. So Pep's obviously got in their ears at half time and said to them that they need to play a lot better, and that is definitely a lot better. Fabinho now. Here is Naby Keita. Yeah, definitely playing more pressing style here. Bobby gets this out, tried to get it out to Trent Alexander-Arnold because Salah cut inside. But yeah, definitely Man City have up things here in the second half. And here goes Bernardo Silva again up against Van Dijk, and that's a good ball across. Trent Alexander-Arnold has done superbly well, and there's maybe a counter-attack break on as Gini Wijnaldum pushes forward into Naby Keita. Gets the ball forward. It's Bobby. He's took it well. Bobby Firmino. Can he finish? He can. It's 3. Calm as you like. Picked his spot. Finished it. Catching Man City on the counter. It's what Liverpool are known for. But to me, Gini Wijnaldum, I would say, has got man of the match so far. He, his positional play, some of his passing he's been doing has been fantastic. And a good finish from Bobby to get his second, I think. Yeah, second, isn't it? Yeah. Ederson there. Yeah, a little bit of a pathetic attempt to try and save that. And all Pep's hard work has kind of been undone, hasn't it? Like, so it looks like the 2 new recruits at Liverpool, 2 new signings that they've made, Klosterman and Timo Werner, are warming up on the sidelines, and might see them imminently. But here goes Mo Salah now, and he's still going. And can he pick up Bobby for his hat-trick? Oh, can't get on the end of that one. Good save from Ederson. Just got something on it. Bobby had his chance to get the hat-trick. These shadows are so terrible. You can't necessarily see if there's a Liverpool player lurking there. You have to like really focus. Like Naby Keita now into Fabinho. Plays it forward. Here is Bobby Firmino to get Salah in. And Salah weaving his little bit of magic, and oh, he went down there and no penalty. No one was really appealing for it. Here's Bernardo Silva, and Andy Robertson actually runs it out, I think, just to make those substitutions. And it is Andy Robertson that is going to be making way. There's actually 3 changes because Henderson is also going to come on for Naby Keita. So Timo Werner's come on for Mo Salah, going to play out on that right side, and Klosterman has come in at the left back role. Van Dijk forward, good ball, chance for Bobby now, looking for the run. He's played it back here. It's Gini Wijnaldum. This is a great opportunity for Mane to finish it off. And he has finished it off. It's 4-1. Superb movement, superb play from the Liverpool lads there. Gini Wijnaldum, for me, he's, like I say, his movement has been superb. Really has. He is a joy to play with on FIFA 20. There we go. I nearly said 19 then, but yeah. And yeah, showing Man City how it's done. 4-1. Superb performance. Sadio Mane getting on the goal scoring sheet for the second time, along with his strike. Well, is he a strike partner, Firmino? You know what I mean. Front three, you know what I'm saying. But Trent sticking with him, and Trent wins that battle. Well done. Timo Werner now here to Fabinho, and back to Werner, and up here to Firmino, and that is it. Another trophy in this short term of this manager. He's already got a pre-season one. He's now got the Community Shield as well. They're not the biggest trophies, but they are trophies, and a winning mentality is what is required at this club. Here we go, lifting it up. There we go. Big Verge, captain for today. Nicely done. And there we are, guys. You don't need to see everything else. It's not one of the bigger trophies, so there we are. What a performance. 7 shots, 7 on target. Like I say, by slowing it down and stuff like that, and playing like I do with pairs and that, I'm finding that I can be more precise with the way that the passes are made and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's just, it's on ultimate difficulty. The only thing I've done is I've literally just slowed the two. Both have been slowed, not just the other team. Like, you know what I mean? Both down by 40. That's all I've done. And yeah, it seems good. I don't get me wrong. It's like, you know, it's better gameplay than 19. I've said that on my other video. It is better, you know. The only thing they've got a problem with at the moment is a few bugs and stuff in the game, which I hope that they can iron out, you know. That's what we're hoping for. Post-match interview. There we go. Or should we just advance? Well, we're going to have the post-match interview. Of course we are, because you guys have not seen it yet. So let's show you this.
Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Yes, you can. Well, go on then. We witnessed Werner's first minutes on the pitch as a Liverpool player. What do you make of his debut? I couldn't start him. He must give his all. I figured he would be a surprise. I figured it would be a surprise. He's happy with that. Okay. For everyone, especially the fans who have brought him on partway through the match. All right. These are just to try and trick you massively, aren't they? Like, you know what I mean? Robertson is continuing his hot run of form. How satisfied are you with his performance? He deserves all the praise. Yes, he does. Robertson is a fantastic player and he deserves all the praise. Yes, Twitter people out there. He definitely does. With 2 goals to secure a win, Roberto Firmino was the hero today. Any thoughts? I wouldn't say he was the hero, you know what I mean? But anyway, remarkable performance by Roberto Firmino today. What are your thoughts? An overall great performance. We can rely on individuals and an impressive performance. Impressive. There we are. It was a world-class performance. So lots of very happies there.
Thank you for your time.
No problem. And here we go. We're into a new looking, it's one of the feature things. You get this with this particular one. I think La Liga's got it. Germany's got it. MLS has got it. Don't know who the other one is. Don't know who the other one is. Can't remember who the other one is. But anyway, they've all got it. There's like sort of like color coding like system and stuff like that in place. But yeah, good start there, guys. And you can see just Gomez having an interview as well. It's good. I like these little, these are a nice feature. Well done. I like these, that they give it sort of kind of a realism and stuff to it. Let's show you some of the top deals that have gone through. As you can see, Thiago has moved to Real Madrid from Bayern Munich. That's a big one. Jonathan Tah has gone to Barcelona. That actually would be a good signing for Barcelona, to be honest, because they missed out on De Ligt in real life. Rafa has signed for Inter from Benfica. Grimaldo has joined Valencia from there. This one is bizarre, and also not only because of the amount of money, as you can see just above the top of my head, but that just wouldn't happen, would it? Jesus has left Man City to go to Atletico Madrid for 37 million. No way. Just wouldn't happen. We've got obviously Timo Werner coming to us. Javi Martinez has replaced Jesus. Not good business there. Don't know what Pep's playing out there. Really don't know. Kyle Walker's left Man City. If you just wondered why these two players weren't involved, he's gone to Dortmund. It's not a bad move, really, I suppose. Pereira has joined Manchester United. That's actually not a bad signing, to be honest. Man United could do with someone like him, and then it frees up Pogba, doesn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Severovic has joined Leicester. Zagadou has joined Roma, and Soler has joined Spurs from Valencia. We've obviously brought in Klosterman. There are some of the transfers so far that's happened, guys. So in the next episode, we'll be getting right into the Premier League with the opening game against Norwich. In real life, obviously, it's 4-1. What can we do? Well, we just beat Man City 4-1, so let's see how that goes on. Well, just quickly, before I do shoot off, let's see what this is. Hey Geffer, I really appreciate you listening to me and let me get out there to play while I'm in form. Stay grounded, keep it up. Keep it up. I expect this type of performance. If you'll keep it up, you'll be a certain starter. I think that's only fair to say. We've got an agreement here, have we? Monaco have agreed for Lovren. I've met with representatives and they've agreed to pay 13 million for Dejan Lovren. I'm not going to be signing any more players, you know what I mean, just so that you're aware, until January, obviously. So don't be, you know, if you want to throw some suggestions in, go for it. But the only other player that we're going to try and bring in is Savic, unless you can come up with a better option. If you think there's a better option out there before the next episode, which I don't know when that will be. I haven't come up with a plan yet of when FIFA and PES are going to be going up. So stay tuned, guys. Click the bell, and if you just want to watch FIFA, you know, I totally get that. If you just want to watch PES, I totally get that. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch either. But if you do, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tell all your friends about it. This is the final shout out now for CornerFlag Games. He gets 5. This is his final shout out, so go check his channel out. He's going to be starting Scunthorpe United, a youth squad on FIFA 20, and that's what he's going to be doing, which is kind of funny because I live in Scunthorpe, so there we go. And he's from Australia. There they are, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, and yeah, go check like I say, his channel out, but also check out all the other patrons as well, which are you know, here. Go check them out. They're down in the link below. There's not a web there at all. There's Patreon things down there. There's Facebook down there. There's all links down there. Like, I mean, there's a Facebook specific channel for, like, I've set it up. It's a PES FIFA channel. If you want to go check that out, people will be putting their content in there, so you get to see other channels and stuff like that. And if you do content yourself, you're free to put your stuff in there. Just let me know if you want to be in there. Click on it, it will send me like I want to join or whatever, and I'll just accept it. Or our lad Will, who is also, he's like the administrator on that, he's doing PES at the moment. Go check out his channel, doing Sport Recife. And yeah, I'll catch you either on this one very soon, or I'll catch you on Ladrina with regards PES. But thank you again very much for tuning in. Let's see how this goes. Fingers crossed, guys. Touch wood, all that sort of thing, that this keeps going. And I'll catch you on the next one. Dave from Mumongu Gaming, signing off. Cheers.